Hi, I'm Anita from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 24, I think, of Yarn With Me. If you could be so kind to like, share, subscribe, and then join the Discord, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anywho, project I've picked is something I haven't worked on in a Yarn With Me episode for a hot minute. It would be my 10-stitch sock yarn blanket in all its, not finished glory. So I thought I'd work on that one today. If I can get my yarn unwrapped around everything here. Come on. Here we go. Put it back over. Set it. There we go. And I am so not in a good position for this. So I need to adjust my camera. Turn it this way and lower it maybe a little bit. Maybe that'll work. Yep, that'll do it. All right, I've got my timer set for 30 minutes, so let's begin. So I have different glasses because while I was at work, I was trying to adjust my other ones. I broke them. So I had some medical tape in my work bag. So I taped my frame back. It broke right on the side of the nose piece. So I was like, okay. So I taped it around there to try to keep it shut, but it was still not secure. So I ended up having to tape the lens to the bottom part of the frame. So I'm like, well, this is fun. I just need it to get me to my weekend, which it did. So I'm gonna use that as that pair of broken glasses to perhaps take the nose pieces off and put them on my other ones that I have. Because I've got my original reading glasses, the nose piece broke off of it. So, but the screw is still there on my old glasses. So I'm going to unscrew from the broken ones I just broke and then try to see if they'll work in those glasses. Because, I mean, I can wear them, except that the nose piece is missing, so it digs into the side of my nose, and that's not comfortable and not fun. So I'm gonna probably sometime this week do that. I'm also working on several videos. Well, meaning several videos. I'm gonna try to shoot all of them tonight, so tomorrow I could just work on other things and get those to finish, because there's some smallish projects I've got that if I actually sat down and focused on them, I could get them done. There's this one right here. It's whoa, almost, don't you dare, almost lost my knitting needle here. That would not have been fun. I do not want to pick up stitches today, or any day for that matter. Yeah, I have some smaller projects that could require, if I just sat and did them, I could finish them, which requires actually sitting and finishing them. So that's why I'm trying to do all the videos I need to do tonight. I think there's 5 or 6, there's 6 of them. One I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do because of how much non-space I have in here. I do want to do some yarn caking of some of my scrap yarn. I'm not going to make scrap cakes. I just want to cake up my floppy skeins and get them sorted out, because it's kind of hard to deal with when I stick them in my basket over there, to not have it get tangled and fall apart and stuff. So I kind of want to do that, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to shoot something like that in this tiny apartment, because the only side I can put my yarn winder on is right here. So I don't know what that would look like or how much nonsense that would entail. So what I'm going to do first is the videos that are needing to be shot at the desk, and then I'll switch to that. I mean, I've got a box of yarn behind me that I went through and grabbed some of my skeins out to cake up. So we'll see how that works, if I can get it to work. If not, I'm going to have to just not do them on YouTube. But what's the point of having a channel if you can't test things, you know? I bought that yarn winder, and the only thing I wound up was this one. That's the only one I've done. I kind of want to do the other ones too. That way I can have them contained and they won't be just flying around everywhere. And I ran out of yarn for my corner-to-corner scrap car blanket, so that one's sitting off to the side until I can get enough scrap to work on that again. It's going to take a while to run out of the yarn for this blanket. So, and for the other 10-stitch blanket. Holy crap, that ball is huge. Sitting there on top of a coffee can, it won't even fit in. It's like I'm trying to like get to a point where I can get a lot of these projects done, because I'm trying not to start new ones, which until I get at least half of this stuff off my list. The only things that should still continue to stay on my list are my temperature blankets, which I did get those caught up, thankfully. Took about a week. I was 2.5 weeks behind. I finished the blocks and the stitches on the knit one for February 1st. I did those this morning. So, and can't really do, like, today is February 2nd. I can't do today's temperature until it's recorded and it's past midnight here, which I'll be like a day behind, which is fine. Yeah, I don't mind being a day behind. I just don't want to. I almost ended up 3 weeks behind on those temperature blankets, and I was like, I need to not make videos until I get this caught up, and I got them caught up. So yay, go me. I do not ever want to be that far behind ever again. That was so obnoxious, and I think part of it was the pressure I was putting on myself to make videos of every day, which at the time I thought was a good idea, but ultimately it ended up not being a good idea. Because if I didn't have like a job and kids, I probably wouldn't have had a problem with it. But YouTube right now is not my job. I have a 40-hour-a-week job that I do go to 5 days a week. I do have 3 kids. And I mean, the ultimate goal, excuse me, the ultimate goal would to be actually just to do YouTube full time. But that is not how that's working right now. I hope to get there one of these days. I mean, that would be nice. And I do need to spend time with my other channel and get that back up and running, because I've neglected it for the last couple of months. Because I was gonna do, like, hey, here, let me, mix your tracks on YouTube. You get a free mix and I get content for my channel, but nobody wanted it, so it's like, fine, whatever. So I'm going to change the focus of that to doing 3D work and short films and doing audio engineering for that. Hang on, I got lost for a sec. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I didn't pick up a stitch. Kind of need to do that first before I do the backside row. There we go. Yes, because it's like not a lot of, I don't really think a lot of like audio channels, either like engineers, musicians, me, I'm one and the same, actually go through and show like how to make a short film. And I mean, I've never made a short film. I'm just winging it. It's just me, myself, and I. I do need to update my Blender 3D program because I haven't done that since the last community 3D render challenge, which was back in August, I think. And then they're gearing up to do another one starting February 8th. That's next Saturday. And of course, I'll be at work when this whole thing starts, so that's every dang time. Totally sucks, but what are you gonna do? So hopefully I can finish this one. I did not finish the last one. I cannot remember the dang name of it. The last one I actually completed was Eternal Ascent. Yeah. And oh, actually, I think I only completed 2. The first one I did was Endless Engines. And then there was another one in between that, but I couldn't finish. Things were just going wrong, and I couldn't get it to work. So I was like, you know what? I'll just bow out right now. And then there was Eternal Ascent, which I did finish. And then the last one, like back in July, August, whatever, I started off great, and then I couldn't figure out certain things, and I was like, I don't know what these characters are going to be doing or whatever, and I was just like, man, this really sucks. So I didn't finish that one. I started 4 and only completed 2. And I'm hoping this next one, please, is not character driven. I mean, I can do it. It's just, it was such, even with this computer here, the whole sole purpose of me building my own computer was to get one that was within my budget, powerful enough to handle doing 3D work and 3D animations. Well, then there's audio also, but that's what I wanted. I needed a computer workstation. I could actually, I've got fuzz, there we go, that could handle everything that I do, including YouTube. So I'm going to start working towards that. I do need to start making videos for the 3D stuff. I did not partake in Nodevember, which is like node-based rendering challenge, kind of like Inktober, where you drawings every day for 31 days. And I was just like, I don't feel like doing that right now, because I am out of practice. I need to get back into doing it. And hopefully in the time that I've last updated that program, that they haven't changed the stinking UI layout and made all the type really, really small. I was like, I don't know why they felt the need to bury things under extra menus. It's just like, why? And having to hunt for things. It was just like, seriously. But I digress, because that's not yarn related, but it is me related. Yeah, because what the ultimate goal, this is the last thing I'll say on that. The ultimate goal of making that short film, the short animation, is to actually do film festivals. Like Sundance, There's another one the only other one that comes to mind is Tribeca. I mean, I would love to go to Sundance, but why it has to be in January in the middle of frickin' winter is incomprehensible. So yeah, that's my goal. Getting a little twisted here. Just to see what happens. You know, why not? Yes, I know. Film festival fees are non-refundable, but that's okay. It's not like I'm gonna go and do like 100 of them. That would be crazy. That's thousands of dollars right there. I just like maybe do, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5 would be okay, I guess. I don't know what film festivals we have local to me. I'm not sure. I swore I had a website that listed all of everything, but I don't know if that was on this computer, if that was on my old computer. I do not remember, because it's been a minute since I thought about doing it. I mean, I haven't got like spreadsheets and stuff ready to go. I still need to work on the script. I mean, there's no dialogue, but there still has to be direction. So I got to work on the script. And then get that ready and outline it to what I need. What I need to build I need to build a 3D world. Which, I really suck at environments. I need more practice with that. And then again, I said it's not yarn related, but yet I keep talking about it. Oh well, that's me. Anywho, not sure what else is going on. Other than me knitting over here. I had a list of 18 whips. Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I forgot. Okay, so I right now I have 16 whips on the go. The ones that are going to hang out for a while will be the 10 stitch blankets, the 2 10 stitch blankets, the 2 temperature blankets, that's 4. So that leaves, let's see, what leaves 16, 12. Car blanket, that's 11. Trying to think. So that leaves 11. Let me just round that up to 12. I need to at least finish 6 of these other projects. Like the projects that aren't long term, I need to get those done. I got one over here. Its counterpart is in a container somewhere over there. That's 2. I got this third one right here, 3. Oh, wait. No, I need to get 5 done because I forgot that car blanket is a bit of a long-term project because I'm doing that on my breaks at work. Well, just the one break in the morning. And tomorrow when I go down to my car, to do my scheduled car maintenance. Check oil, air up tires, do things. Make sure everything's good. I'll grab that project out because I need to make sure it's exactly how long I want it to be. Because I'm working it like side to side. One side goes that way until I get the length I need, which I wrote as 23, excuse me, 23 and a half inches. I'm at 14, I think 14 or 14 and a half, something like that. But I need to double check that, because I'm on the last scrap ball, and it's a big giant scrap ball, let me tell you. But I don't want to get it to a point where I'm gonna like run out of that, because I don't have any other right now scrap yarn. And I'm not gonna have scrap yarn until this double knit blanket is done, which I did complete the fourth of 10 blocks. So I've got 6 blocks more to go. I've got the next design already loaded up in Affinity Designer, ready to work. Soon. I just need to get all my flippin' projects like on my fake couch over here, just so I could see what I've got. Other than the few things that are floating around in here, I've got, I think, 1 or 2 more in my room. And I've got a tutorial project sitting down here on the floor in a container that I need to start working on. It's a 16 row repeat, which takes a minute to complete those 16 rows. And I haven't worked on it in a little bit. I've also decided I'm not buying any more yarn until I need to. I've got enough stuff floating around. If I need to do something, I can. I do need to finish that winter mal project that I'm absolutely not, I am totally not in love with what I've done. But I'm too far in it now to frog all of it back. But I'll know better for next time. And I should have just worked it from the bottom up instead of trying to do side to side. And that's on me, but I'm going to complete it. I'll have some yarn left over from it, hopefully. Well, I know I'll at least have the blue yarn left over, and maybe a little bit of the gray and a little bit of the purple. I mean, I already have like that yarn over here somewhere too, but those are for my temperature blanket. The yarn for my temperature blanket is just going to be that for the temperature blanket until the end of the year. And after both of them are completely done, finished, off my needles and my hooks, then I will put that yarn and whatever I didn't use into my stash. But right now, that's my temperature yarn, and I'm not touching it for anything else other than the blankets. Because that would be silly. Because if Joann's does completely close, which I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't really looked anything up or watched any videos on it or anything. I'm not about to go out and panic buy yarn. That would be reckless. I have other things I need to do. Buying yarn right now is not one of them. So I'm going to use what I have until I need something else, which will probably be a while. It's going to be a long while before I need to go and buy yarn. But yeah, until something definitive comes up, I'm not too worried about it right now. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Ugh, why did I pick sock yarn for this? Oh, oh, because I had scrap sock yarn and I was trying to do a mitered square blanket with them, and then that was just like going, oh, this is taking forever. Because I made a bigger worsted weight one. It's that direction. That's what this is going on the back of. So that would be my winter blanket, which unfortunately will not be done in time to use this winter. Maybe next winter. And I completely lost my train of thought. What the heck was I talking about? It's not like I can rewind and look. Yeah, other than I'm not going to go out and buy more yarn right now. So, oops. Can we not wrap around both needles? That's not for this project. And I didn't quite, since I was working on the temperature blankets this whole last week, I couldn't get the tutorial shot for the Twisted Stitches shawl. Even though I don't really think, you can't call it a shawl, can't really call it a scarf. But that's how I wrote it down. That's how I'm gonna play it. So it'll be the Twisted Stitches shawl, and I will shoot that tutorial sometime tonight after I get my 2 desk videos done. Maybe a third one, I don't know yet. I gotta clean off this side of my desk. Yeah, I can't exactly get more yarn anyway. Not that I couldn't afford to go get more yarn. I don't have space. I need to declutter again. Go through everything. Pitch, shred, or sell. Or see if one of the kids wants it. So that's how that's going to work. I just need like containers. And I got all these papers and stuff down here too that I need to go through and start typing up so I can like get rid of those, because they're taking up space on my floor. I do need to get a new printer. Don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. I need a printer more than I need yarn right now. Because I have things I would like to be able to print out, but I can't because, well, my printer, it does work, but you can't get the cartridges. Or it's impossible to find them, and when you do find them, they're extremely expensive. So I want a wireless one so I don't have to have it on the floor. I could like put it over there on my couch if I need to. Because that would be a heck of a lot easier than me climbing under this desk trying to grab papers, or if I need to scan something, I don't have to fight the desk to do it. Yeah, I really want to get rid of this desk. But not until I move. So I'm stuck dealing with it for right now. And when spring rolls around, I'm going to get rid of my drum set that's over there, taking up valuable real estate in the corner of my apartment. And the silence is deafening. What's my time? No, I got 55 seconds. I'll just do these 2 rows. And this should take us to our break. With one stitch to spare when that went off, and yes, it scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it was a jump scare. All right, anyway, I'm gonna take about a 15-minute break, and you guys feel free to press pause whenever you guys want to take a break, or you take a break at the take a break section, and you'll see me in about 5 seconds. And we're back. Took a less than a 15-minute because it's like I got things I gotta do. So I get set up here again. Press play. Try to drown out my annoying neighbors, because all they want to do is bang around in the kitchen being obnoxious. I don't even do that. Let me get my groove back here. Yeah. There we go. I won't get to the end of this side before 30 minutes is up. That's not how that's going to go, because there's still too much of it to go. I'm on the long side, so it takes longer to get them done. I need to look at my... Shoot, I should have done that on my break. Look at my whip list. See which ones I can finish like super quick. Whoa. I almost dropped my dang needle again. I really don't want to like chase it to the floor, because that would not be fun. Because then I'm looking, where'd it go? And I'm looking on the floor in my chair, and then can't find it, get out of my chair and find out it's under the leg of my chair where I can't see it. Which that happened recently. I'm like, where'd this needle go? I can't find it. So, yeah, I forgot about those. The color palette challenge, I gotta get going on that. It's gonna take a minute to make write the script and make the page, get the images, and then test it to make sure it's actually working. It never ends. Which I'm still trying to figure out how I can do a test environment. Attack of the Fuzz. There we go. Get a test environment set up in Visual Studio Code so I can like actually get it working. So you can just like pop on that page, click get me a color palette, and then poof, a random one shows up. But I have to go through the palettes first. It'll be 5 colors. I haven't figured out how big of a blanket I want to make. I'd have to look at my pattern again. And like, ouch. Get sizes and stuff. Because you can ultimately make it as big as or as small as you want. It's just like figuring out what the actual block size is going to be. I have to sit down and do that with all these whips looming around me. I do need to finish them. 10, 11, 12, 13. This granny square bag I'm making, I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 10. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. I need 5 more of them. And then I can set about putting it together and then figuring out what I want to do for the straps. So all the ones I've seen, you like invisible seam them, either mattress stitch or sewing them together, but I have yet to find a resource that can actually teach me how to do that. You know, I'm just like, because most of the ones that I ran across, they either skip steps, they just have background music and you're just seeing steps, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a visual learner, but I also want to hear what you're doing, and so I'm not guessing, because I don't know how to do it. I know how to do mattress stitch in knitting. I don't know really how to do it in crochet. Because it's completely different. So, dang it. And this bag over here is a prototype. I've seen diagrams for these bags before, but I have yet to make one. Or complete one. The thing I started before the failure that's sitting over here that I showed off during a vlog. The blocks, the way I made the squares, it just wasn't feasible to actually like sew them or crochet them together or do whatever with them to put them together. It wasn't working. So I changed it. They're now at a decent thing, so I could actually like maybe not stitch them. I'm going to crochet them together until I can find that resource that can show me completely how to sew them together, because there's like there's more to stitching than the whip stitch, which is what I'm currently doing on this thing. And when I get the second month done on my knitted temperature blanket, I'm gonna whip stitch those together. Because one, it's black yarn. Two, no. I haven't measured it, but I'm pretty sure it's over 6 foot tall. So the blanket is going to be over 6 feet in length. I do, however, not know how the width is going to be. I'm hoping it's at least 4. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would probably be about that, somewhere between 4 and 5. So that will get used as a blanket. The other one, not so much. I did finish all of January for the crochet one. I just need to go through and like take all my ends to the back. That way it's not on the front and it looks fine. I also was going to do like a go around it in gray until I was putting it together, and then I was looking at my diagram. That's not going to work. So those will get crocheted together. Just like how I'm doing the rows. Now, if I ever go do this like a second time. I'm not going to probably do another year-long project, but I can go through and do the individual ones for like the year I was born or the year my kids were born. And do it that way. And like I said earlier, I do hope to not ever get like super behind again. I'm going to try to keep up with it. I've already got my high temperature for today. It was 60 degrees. Couldn't tell it because it was cloudy. But we're supposed to have nice 50s and 60s this week. So maybe it'll add some more color to the blanket. Being as it's like February, it's like 60 degrees. It's not unheard of. As long as we don't deal with that. Oh my God, it was so cold. It was so freaking cold. What the hell happened here? We had like one day it was negative 13. The next day, negative 12 for the low. The high probably didn't even get to double digits those days. So I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. That was super cold. Way too cold. And so far, I have had 2 days in both blankets. Well, the temperatures were within the same color, meaning the temperature didn't vary too much. So the high and the low were in the same color. I've got one block that's completely done in ivory, and the second one is completely done in lilac. So the temperature didn't change too much. That's why I've got 2 solid sets on each blanket. And then when I go and shoot my vlog, I'll show them off. Ends and all. Because it would take a while for me to like go through and like slap all the ends to the back side of the blanket. And I can do that like at a later date. Like when I have like 2 seconds. Which is not right now. Because I'm working on this. I haven't worked on this in a good while. I'm just trying to get this to like bed sheet size. I'm not going to try to future-proof this blanket. That would take way too much time and way too much sock yarn to achieve. I mean, if it was the only project I had, then I could do it, but I have too many right now. Yeah. Totally not going to get over here by the end of this 30 minutes. What's my timer on? 16 minutes. Whee. Anywho. Forgive my manners. Let me know what project you've worked on. What are you working on right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, I just want to get that double knit blanket just done. I need to spend more time with it than on my weekends. Because I did finish, I had like eight 8 rows left of that 4th block this morning, and I finished it. Like I mentioned earlier, I've already got the new design loaded and ready to go. The yarn's picked and sitting over here, waiting to go. Having to duplicate something I'd found online and then making it work within 30 stitches and 30 rows. Which this next one wasn't too bad. It was 18 stitches, so all I had to do was take 6 rows from the top, move it to the bottom, 6 rows from the bottom, move it to the top, copy them actually from the top and the bottom, and then do the same thing on the sides. So the little motif is nice and centered as best as I can. And then the rest of it is just the rest of the pattern off to the sides and the top. So that way there's like no gaps and breaks. Really want that done before summer. But I need to like do like what, maybe, let's see, 4 doesn't divide into 36. 6 rows a day. So I can get them done in like, get a block done in 5 days. Get the next pattern, rinse, lather, repeat until it's finished, and then I can put my crochet border around it and call it a day. Because it's just going to be a lapgan. I'm not sure how big it's going to be. I can't really measure my blankets too much because, well, I don't have enough floor space. And seeing as this is not carpeted, I can't exactly get on the floor on my hands and knees with a tape measure and measure it because it hurts. If there was carpet, it would have been no problem. If I didn't have an L-shaped desk, it wouldn't be a problem either, but I do. That's what I have. Can't really do anything about a new desk until I go somewhere else that isn't like a tiny little cube. I don't need a mansion, I just need some space. 2 bedrooms, something or other. Preferably not an apartment. Because looking at 2-bedroom apartments earlier, that's basically like a 2-bedroom house mortgage payment. It's ridiculous. So, let's see. I don't know what else. There's the color palette challenge. I'm going to do some 1 knit stitch, 1 crochet stitch tutorial also, hopefully tonight. I want to get all my videos shot tonight. That way I could just edit, upload, schedule, relax. Would like to sleep in for once. That would be great. Yeah, I don't think there's a tutorial. It's like the other one than one on the floor. to stitch tutorials. Thinking about a stitch sampler something or other. I don't know if I want to stitch sampler scarf or a stitch sampler blanket. I'm leaning towards blanket. Like, I don't know. What size blanket do I want? I don't want a square one. I've got plenty of square blankets. I don't need another square blanket. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, my bed size is a twin size. So I could measure from the floor across down to the other floor, and then from the head of the bed across to the foot of the bed and down to the floor on that to get the length. And then figure it out from there. And figure out how many rows we want each to repeat. I need a solid foundation row, and then some kind of in-between stitch pattern rows. Till we get to where we need to get to. I have to figure it out. I do a lot of figuring out the stuff. And it'll be one each for one knit sampler blanket, one crochet sampler blanket. I'd rather not make them in panels. I'd rather do them all at once. The knit one, I might have a problem with because the longest circular needles I have are 29 inches. I can get like 300 stitches on those, but it would be a little tight. I don't have any longer ones. So maybe we'll just do, instead of like a bed size something or other, we'll do a throw blanket. Not a square one. No. We'll make a rectangular one for each. I just need to get the throw blanket size. I have a diagram saved somewhere on my Pinterest. I can look at. Maybe we'll make it a crochet along and a knit along. Some soda. Yeah, silence. Yeah, I need to work towards the goal of doing those projects. Probably use whatever yarn you want, whatever colors you want. Basically, it's just a stitch along. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Maybe I should write that down. Oops. Stitch along. Knit and crochet. There we go. Problem solved. Mostly. Yeah. Of course, I would have to purchase yarn for that. Wait. I am so confused. What side am I on? The wrong side. I need to be on the front. What's my time? 5 minutes-ish. Heck, you can even probably use different colors for each, like, section. Or make it all one color. Kind of like an heirloom blanket. Which maybe that's what I'll lean towards. Have them different colors, because it's like I don't want to stare at the same color on the knit one as the crochet one. I just need to figure out what colors. I don't want to use white or Aran, because to me, those just get a little too dirty, a little too quick. Need some other kind of color. Like a dark color, but not so dark you can't see what's going on the blanket. As I pick up and knit another stitch. Yeah, I'm just thinking about channel projects. I just need to actually, like, do them. Except I want the, I would have to go out and buy the yarn for that. Not right now, though. One, it's like almost 7 o'clock at night and everything is closed. I'm not going out anyway, not this late at night. Not that it's late, it's just it's already dark outside and I don't feel like driving in the dark. Let's see, what colors do I want? I think. Yeah, I don't want to do them in blocks because I don't want to sew anything. Not about that hand stitching life right now. Even though I got one project I'm doing that on. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. I miscounted. Here we go. And here come the sirens. Those are definitely going over the microphone. I also want to get into another place that has better soundproofing. Oh! There's my timer, so I'm going to go across this row and then the return row. And then this session will be over. Do-do-do-do. One more row and we'll call this done for the night. And I'll hop over and shoot my vlog. And then try cleaning off this part of the desk and see if I can't do a video from this section. Maybe. I don't know yet. Guess we'll find out. And there we go. Yeah. Needle got stuck in the work. So it's a little over halfway to the end over here, which I will continue to work on the next time I pick it up. Just gonna like set it here for right now. Get it out of the way. Let me know what project you worked on during this Yarn With Me session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.